want to talk about art, but what is art?
Art to me can be separated into two different forms. There's subjectivity and objectivity. Subjectivity meaning that art is subjective. When someone says that abstract art is subjective, that means that you, the viewer, interprets it in your own way to provide whatever kind of message that you want to interpret from it. Objectivity meaning that there is an objective. When you look at certain art forms like film, you see that a director has one certain objective. He has a message that he's trying to get across. Film isn't subjective because there's one theme, one message that the director is trying to tell you. So art can be either one of those. Make sense?
For example, while I was in Seattle a few years ago, I took a few pictures. This is one of some gum on the wall, this is one of a urinal on a wall, and this one is just a toilet seat hanging from the ceiling. This is an example of subjectivity in modern art because you, the viewer, are supposed to draw your own interpretations of what it means and come to a conclusion of the theme and message. An example of objectivity would be my latest short film, 3 years later, because I had the clear objective of delivering the message that you can grow up just so long as you don't forget where you come from.
I remember. Art can bring families together. For example, this is the place where I filmed the one scene from the International Association of Superheroes, where I demonstrate the example of a child growing up through time and how art can impact his life. That video in and of itself is a great example of how art can bring people together as a whole, as a community, as a family, as friends. Anything about life can be art. For example, the TV that you might hear in the background is a great example of art. This right here is where we filmed the one example of what art can truly mean to a person.
But we might have started off maybe just a little bit too broad. So let's take a step back. Look at the basics. What do most people think of when they think of art?
These paintings from 1987 that were painted by my great-grandfather, this tattoo, or even continuity errors, if done properly, are all great examples of what most people perceive as regular average art. But there's something much more to it. Now let's take something that doesn't normally get associated with arts. Take sports for instance. Let's look at football. Even if you don't want to include football as art itself, you have so many things surrounding football that have to do with art. You have the architecture of the stadium, art. You have the logos that were designed to sell merch and represent the team, art. You have the colors inside those logos that make up what the team is. There's a specific reason that the Denver Broncos have orange and blue. They're complementary colors, meaning that they're on opposite sides of the color wheel. There's a reason that Christmas colors are red and green. They complement each other. They're on opposite sides of the color wheel. Art is everywhere in our world, and it's constantly surrounding us in our everyday lives. Anything and everything in this world can be related back to art. Everything is art. Drawing, sketching, painting, those are all what people think of when you think of art, but there's so much more. Language is art. Language is perhaps one of the most beautiful forms of art in our world because there are so many different forms of it, yet it's so similar. There are certain rules that you have to follow when making a language, yet you have so much diversity in this world when it comes to it. Art, in a sense, is how we can communicate to each other. And whether it be through language, through different kinds of media, heck, even ambient sounds, is art. But there's one more thing about art that we haven't really talked about yet. You can put them on shirts! That's right, if you go to teespring.com/store/DolanProductionz with a Z because we're cool, you can get your very own Dolan Productionz merch. Currently we have 2 designs up right now, one designed by yours truly, and one designed by the lovely Artsy Beans. Currently we are working on some more art with Aya Art, the same one that made this lovely icon. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous also because I've never done anything like this before, and it's a huge leap for the channel, but it would really mean so much to me if you guys went to this and you guys bought some merch. I prefer the Peace Love Soda because it's very small, it's very subtle, and it looks amazing on hoodies, t-shirts, and anything like that. You can also get the lovely On Tuesdays We Wear Green shirt because I don't think I can put Tuesday on a shirt, but both of those links will be in the description below as well as the store link. It would mean so much to me if you guys went out and bought these. Every little bit helps, and it's super crazy to me that I'm at a point now where I feel like I can do this, and people might be interested. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more really weird documentaries about just stupid things, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this is Dolan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.